The story of how Nigeria's richest woman got a stake in the Agbami oil field, the beginning from fashion designer to oil player. The tale of Folorunsho Alakija looks like that of David and Goliath. She did not propel her company, known as the Supreme Stitches, in the 1980s and early 1990s. This company was a luxurious fashion industry where most of her clients were the elites. She was the fashion supplier for Maryam Babangida, the wife of the former president Ibrahim Babangida. Everything actually changed in 1993 when the president decided to give license to local oil companies to encourage and foster production locally. She decided to go into the oil industry where she had found her own oil company called Famfa Oil. Here comes the catch. She actually applied to supply transportation services for oil companies as well as lifting oil, and she got a rejection along the line. Then an official proposes she apply to get the main license where she can get to explore and drill oil, and she was given the license. She was issued the oil prospecting license Appleton 16, which was known as Appleton 16 Block, offshore Nigeria. The field was considered worthless by the government officials before given to her. Getting the license itself was a huge task. The tycoon and her family had used their life savings to get the license for the field. The risk involved in the exploration and exploitation of his field is so high. The investment's worth millions of dollars to 20% chance of success. Even the giant companies actually rejected and passed away on the Agbami oil field. Folorunsho did not have the millions of dollars to explore the oil field, as it is a deep offshore field with drilling expected to be at 5,000 feet. She kept applying to foreign oil giants for partnership and got rejections. Fortunately, in 1996, Texaco, now known as Chevron, struck a partnership deal with her for exploration and development. Famfa Oil and Texaco struck a deal where she owns 60% of the stake, while they own 40% for providing technology and investments of the billion of dollars. In 1998, they both struck black gold, making the rejected stone, Agbami oil field, to becoming the chief cornerstone. This was the main discovery of the Agbami oil field, where the reserve hold 1 billion barrels of oil. The government steps in, and then a major conflict started. In 2000, Nigeria's government under Olusegun Obasanjo reviewed the license that had been given to Famfa Oil. Originally, Famfa owned 60% of the block, but the government argued that this was too large for a small indigenous company. So the government reduced Famfa's stake from 60% to 10%. The remaining 50% was transferred to the Nigerian government through the national oil company. Nigerian national Folorunsho Alakija did not accept this decision. She argued that the government had no legal right to reduce her company's stake after the license had already been granted. So Famfa Oil took the Nigerian government to court. The case moved through the courts for 11 years. She lost at the high court level, but kept fighting, and the case became one of Nigeria's most famous oil that the government had wrongfully taken part of the block. In 2012, the Supreme Court of Nigeria ruled in her favor. The court declared the government's seizure illegal, stating they hadn't followed due process. Her 60% stake was restored.